Okay, June 18th in our raised row garden here at Old World Garden Farms. We've had about 7 to 8 days of rain, heavy rain, and we have about 10 more days in the forecast. And this is a great example of why a raised row garden works so well. As you can see, we can get in the garden. We have the wood chip rows for walking, and then the straw covered rows for growing. And the soil, when you pick it, is still easy to work. It's just a great reason why raised row gardening works. So let's take a tour through the garden. We have on this side our carrots, beets, turnips, and our onions. Our onions will be about ready to harvest here soon. We'll leave some go until the fall. We succession plant these as well, so we always have spring green onions as well. And then if you look back here, there's our potato crates. They've already come up over the top. We grow all of our potatoes in crates, starting at the bottom, filling the soil as they grow. Those will just die off in the late summer, and then we can harvest them simply by picking them up and rolling the potatoes out. A much easier way than stabbing them with the pitchfork. There's our garlic. As you see, our garlic was planted last fall. It comes back, greens back up in the spring. The brown tops right there are starting to die off. We'll harvest this at the end of the month or the first part of July. Gives us a great crop, and then we take the best bulbs and use them for planting again this August for next year's crop. Then up top we have our tomatoes and our peppers. Here the peppers are just now starting to take off. In Ohio, this is when they really start to grow. You can even see we have a few peppers already starting in the hot banana row to come on. So in the next 2 or 3 weeks, all of a sudden these will go from this to about 1.5 feet to 2 feet tall and producing. Our tomatoes have done really well so far. We prune all of our tomatoes, as you can see, about 6 to 8 inches up. It really allows for great air circulation. Healthier plants is a great way to keep your tomato crop healthy. The other thing we do to keep our crop healthy is in the rows you can see these pots. Those are marigolds that are just getting ready to bloom, and also in the back row here you'll see a pot of nasturtium. We grow those in between because they repel insects and they help to keep critters like rabbits and squirrels away. They hate the smell and the chemical marker of both marigolds and nasturtiums. And then in the back here you'll see our cucumbers and also our zucchini. Both of these we grow in our straw bales. We simply cut out a hole, put in soil, and then plant. It's a great way to get some extra crops in the back of our garden. As you can see, they're loaded with blooms, so we'll have quite a few zucchini and cucumbers here in the coming weeks. Now let's go to the bottom part. 2 rows of popcorn. That's enough popcorn to keep us for an entire year, and we love it as a snack. Easy to grow, easy to harvest. You just dry it, shell it, and you've got popcorn. We've done it for years, and it's just a great way to grow your own snacks. Then our rows of beans, we grow both purple and bush green beans. They're all in various stages. We succession plant these, so we always have a fresh crop. And then we also put some cucumbers from seed in our rows. As you can see, they're really taking off and starting to grow. Those will come on a little bit later than our straw bale crop. We have another row of beans past the zucchini, and then our experiment this year in the cabbage row, which is a row cover. We've had some cabbage moss the last few years. There's nothing more depressing than having a great head of cabbage and then pulling it open to find a bunch of worms. This is an excellent job. Our cabbage plants are doing great this year with no threat of being attacked by the worms. And then the cauliflower and broccoli, we'll do this to them probably in the future. We're just testing it out with 1 row this year. Finish the garden over here with our lettuce crops and our spinach. And you see our radishes and peas, arugula and kale. We can grow these in our rows. We've just put these raised beds in a few years ago. We succession plant everything. You can see right there as some of our sugar snap peas are just incredible. We've been harvesting those almost every day. We eat them fresh. We even make a new appetizer with them, kind of like edamame, where you heat them up a little bit and they're fantastic. But I think overall the important thing here is with all the rain we've had, you can see this garden is in pretty good shape. No ability to worry about the rain or things succumbing to being too wet. So another great reason to raise row garden.